Get Jeff back. Why?
Yeah, I see that.
Welcome to YAJ.
Two eyes.
Welcome to YAJ.
Hit it, Veronica.
Hello, everybody. How's it going on this fine Saturday night? Got some things going on up in here. All right. If you had to choose your favorite holiday celebration, what would you choose? I don't know what I do.
Birthday.
Hi, Dennis, how are you?
What's up, Dennis? Birthday.
Birthday. So you celebrate your birthday every day?
Yeah. Happy birthday to everybody who's today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Because tomorrow's the last day of February, and we will be entering March 1st, St. Patty's Day.
Yep, baby.
Also, I don't know. It also marks the end of Black History Month, which, okay. And then also, Misty, sorry for your loss of your father.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that.
Because I thought you was just showing pictures. I didn't know that he passed away. Then I figured it out.
Beer drinking holiday. Oh, really, Dennis?
Also, this is for Dennis. Before I go, it was nice meeting you, Miss Schoolcraft, the old scholar, old school chum. And that's about it. Now I'm gonna get this started because I had to work today. Some of us did. But today I just want to say that,
deliver with the family. Prayers with the family is what Ben said.
Right.
Go ahead.
People, I meet a lot of people every day. Dennis is one of the people I meet every day, every 3 days. And I enjoy the conversations that we have. But something has been bothering me and hankering me for quite some time. And I told you, and I wasn't playing with you, I'm going after the churches. Because the simple fact is, the church is off the book. I'm not. Knowledge and wisdom comes from not just learning, but understanding the word of God. And I'm not trying to make this a political story. What I'm trying to tell you is this. Everything I'm trying to say is going to tie into what I'm getting at. So that's why I enjoy y'all hanging with me, because there is a point to and a method to our madness.
Hi, Carol.
And the thing that I want everybody to understand when I say the 3 people are marked by God, and if you know it, please chime in.
Hi, Ruth.
1, Adam. Adam was marked by God in his ribs. Remember, Adam's the first. Adam's the first out of all of us. He is number 1. God marked his ribs, his rib bone. 2, God marked Cain, the curse of Cain. See, before I get into the last one, you got to understand the difference between Adam and Cain. Remember something. Yeah, that might have been his son, but was it really? We all tend to forget, and we all always forget about one thing about the Bible. There were 3 people in the Garden of Eden. 3. There were 3 things in the Garden of Eden. 3. But before that, 2 of them took form, they was in the spirit of God. They never took form until they partaketh of the fruit of good and evil, or good and knowledge. And the reason why I'm saying this, the way it ties into everything that goes into everyday life, is because you have to think about this for a moment. Generation X knew that Eve did not talk to a damn snake. We knew that. But if you dig a little deeper between the Old Testament of the old King James, not the new version, you have to understand something. Eve had to talk to a person. One of the two was impersonating each other because all the angels could shapeshift, including Lucifer. But we keep always bringing up Lucifer. Everyone could shapeshift. They had the power to because the angels never lived. The angels were never human. They were angels of God. They were just wicked. They slept with the humans. You have to understand our nature. It's way before.
So is that why some of the angels lost their wings?
Yes, and genitalia. This is why, if you think about why everybody keeps asking, why is everybody's like, we have so much other DNA inside of us. Have you ever thought when it says 10% black, 20% white,
Italian,
yeah,
Cuban.
and then it says other. You ever look at take your DNA test, and I guarantee there's other.
I bet you some people be scared to take their DNA test to find out what really their background is.
Yeah, because everybody forgets something. The demons slept with the humans. The angels slept with the humans.
We're chameleons.
There's so much DNA strand of everything. Then you wonder why sometimes a female can birth an evil baby. There are so many DNA strands of everything. You can understand now why a woman can birth a good child.
Well, doesn't that mean it depends on the family too? No, not necessarily. Sometimes you can see it in their eyes.
Our DNA is from everyone. Our DNA is from the Middle East. Our DNA is Adam and Jesus. What the Bible has said, and it really is cutting it out. I do believe Jesus did take Mary Magdalene, and all he had to do was, but I'm not getting into all that. What I'm at is lines here that I want you to understand, and I get because Generation X is trying to figure out why are we working harder than our parents and grandparents, and then our children, and then our little baby brothers and sisters. Why are we working harder than them? And we're getting so low. Everybody's reaping the rewards.
But the thing is now that this day and age, everybody is doing this.
That could be.
The computer, off of everything. So everybody gets to stay home and work off of this.
It could be because my knowledge don't come from Google.
My knowledge don't come from Google, but all of us worked hard and we've learned things and did hands-on in that.
Yeah.
Now it's getting to the point people are not really hands-on. And if you have a robot computer or all that takes over, you're not going to know any hands-on. And then when all of us that know hands-on are gone, and all the computers just break down and there's nothing, start all over again. It's all over again. And people are not going to, they're just stand there and go, well, how did they do it back then?
How they did it back then, they were taught. They were taught, and from what I'm gathering is they were taught by the angels that actually fell from earth. Fell from heaven. Because think about it. All right, I give you another prime example. Ask yourself this. How come there's no story of Cain? There's only just a little paragraph or little sayings of Cain and the genealogy of Cain. Think about that for a moment. I did read that take his sister, because Adam had other children. Adam and Eve had other children. And back then you were only able to sleep with your sister or your mother. But what I'm saying is Cain also had another nation to himself. See, y'all got to remember something. If the Nephilims still live, which you will never see, but if the Nephilims still live, that means Cain will probably live too, because once you mark by God, you never die. Remember, we never die. Our flesh dies, but the spirit inside of us lives forever. Y'all keep forgetting. See where I'm going with this? We keep thinking that we died. We never die.
Well,
The spirit lives forever.
Still lives forever, even though your body dies and your flesh goes, but your spirit still
But
stays.
people refuse to believe that. That's
No.
the problem.
Everybody has their own.
It might be.
Happens.
That's why God
That's
tells
why
you.
you have different cultures in
That-
different ways.
That's why God tells you from day one, I'm the only one who can destroy you. I'm the only one who can end your life. Not Satan, not world, Lucifer, a demon, whatever. I'm the only one who can end you.
Dr. Death, Mr. Death that comes to you.
Nobody. I'm the only one. I bore you, and now I'm the only one who can take you. That's it. God's the only one who can snuff us out. That being said, we all keep running around here looking in the Bible, talking about the Antichrist. Has anybody thought that maybe the Antichrist could be Cain? Because think about this for a moment.
Is that what you believe?
I believe that there's something that is starting to add. And the reason why I say that is did I say 4? 3 people was in the Garden of Eden. Before he was called Jesus, he was called the Word. He was called the Light. Then it was Adam and Eve. Those are 3 people. They were the only 3 talking to. They were no longer able God, because God wanted nothing to do with them because of what we do right now and what
That's
we have.
we were told not to do. And when you're told not to do it, there's a reason for it.
Ta-da!
And then when you do it, there's consequences.
Ta-da!
But it doesn't seem like there's consequences going on that much anymore, like it used to.
Ta-da!
So everybody away with everything.
So when you go up to a car and you pull your gun in somebody's face and you pull the trigger, where's your consequences? I was in fear of my life. When you go and you commit a crime and you're supposed to pay the time and you don't.
Well, there's karma. Because there's some things, okay, I know I talk about Facebook all the time because I do see it sometimes. Like these people that they show, this woman was like flicking the bird at this person, she's crossing the street. Well, she ain't paying attention crossing the other side of the street. And all this truck comes, big truck that anyway, big box truck. And she about to it, she looks up and she looks at it like, where'd you come from? And keeps walking across the street, not paying attention. She almost got killed. And then the guy tried to kick the dog, and the dog jumped. Well, the guy slipped and hit his head on the car. You know, you do bad, things are going to come to you too. And it's going to hit you 10 times worse than what you did to the person. And the things you do to people, you're the one that has to remember it. And it's going to stay in right there in your memory the whole time.
What I'm getting, and I have been getting at for 3 years now that no one can shut me up, is that the simple fact is all keep making excuses and acting like God don't see what you're doing. You keep thinking that God don't understand or God sympathize or God thinks that he loves gay people. That's not it. God has laws and he always has been. That's why I said, at least I can admit sinner. Can you? Probably not. But what I'm saying is Adam was thrown out the Garden of Eden. Cain, I still think, is Lucifer's son. And the last one is Paul, which Paul started the New Testament, which Paul was also talking about these false churches. And his mark was the thorn in his side. There might be another, but I know God works in 3s. Everything is about numbers to God. Everything. Everything you look at is about numbers. God and the Holy Spirit. Everything is the Trinity. Everything is in numbers. It doesn't matter. Alpha, Omega. Come on. When you look at everything that goes on, it's been foretold for centuries, decades, eons. But the thing is, we keep talking about our genealogy like it's a cup of water. But we forget we come from one source. And we always have been coming from one source. And then once you're born, you do some wicked shit and you act like the source don't see it. Oh God, yeah, you didn't see me kill this person, and you knew I meant to do it. You knew what was in my heart. How do you think he can forgive you? But then again, how is it that when he draws the line in the sand and see that you see what's going on and you justify what they did was right? He who does not do what? Sin, cast the first stone. Who doesn't cast the first stone? I don't need to make up anything. I'm just telling you. Look at where your genealogy is. Adam. We're not talking about Eve. We're talking about Adam. He created one. Adam. Look at what happened. They ate the fruit. And the reason why I leave her out of it is because all he had.
He did.
He did.
He did after her. She ate it first.
The thing was, he went to Adam and said, "Did you eat of the fruit?" And he lied. He didn't even own up to it. Again, who does
But
that?
did she own up to it?
No, he didn't ask her anything.
Okay.
He only talked to him because he was the man. He was the leader. And he refused to say what he did. What's that sound like to y'all? Everybody that's in the courthouse. I didn't do anything. I didn't commit that murder. I didn't rob anything.
Well, some admit and a lot don't. But the justice will come sooner or later.
When we talk about marks and curses, when we talk about everything that goes on to the story tonight, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to look where it all started, look in the very beginning. There was no white people. There was no black people. There were God's people. There were people who were just downright hell-bent on doing what they wanted to do. That's why he destroyed the world. He was hell-bent.
And why did he destroy the world 3 times?
Y'all, in the Bible, you know the Canaanites actually went to Sodom and Gomorrah too.
Yeah, but why did he do it? Because people were not getting it right. People were destroying it. So he decided to change it again and see if everybody try again and see what you would do to make it better. And then what did he do? Did it again.
In Sodom and Gomorrah, the reason why he destroyed it before Noah, they were sleeping with animals, sleeping with each other, same-sex sex. That's why I can't understand all these people crying about God wanted men and women and women to be together. That's not what this said. No, he did not say that. He didn't bore us to sleep with each other. Technically, we're not, none of us, even if you are into men, you're supposed to be married to sleep with your partner. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be mixing with races.
Okay, who said we were not supposed to mix with races? Who specifically said that we were not mixed races?
God did. Because
where?
He said,
where does it say in the Bible that it says you should not mix the races?
Oh, it's in there. I can't remember. Well, you asking the wrong person. I don't do passages.
Well, I understand that.
That's your daddy.
I'm asking. Huh?
That's your daddy. He might know. You go to church.
Just because you go to church don't mean you know all of it.
That's somebody who actually know all the passages. They'll tell you.
I mean,
and the reason why he said that because it was when they broke down each the Pakistanians and all of them. He was talking about them. We were never even in existence yet. We were never broken down to colors. They were broken down into like the whatever back in the day their country was at that time. You was not supposed to sleep with a neighboring country. You was stay within your own country. If you were Israelites, you slept with Israelites. If you were Pakistan, you slept with Pakistan, Saudi Arabian, and all like that. Then all of a sudden, everybody started mixing together. It was Rome who fucked it up. Rome slept with everything. They slept with men, women, children. They messed, oh my God. But the whole thing about it is, this is why when you look at everything that's going on, it all starts back in the beginning. Because when you look at the genealogy of how everything was built up until Rome, oh my God, you wonder why we do the things we do? There you go. is when someone comes from over in Rome to live in the United States, they're bringing their entire genealogy from there. So if say this a family, a man, woman, and 2 children, a boy and a girl, say out of that there was a murderer. Believe me, somebody in that genealogy is going to be a murderer. It's not fictitious. It's the truth. Just like there's if ex-husband, well, one of your children are going to love drinking, and it's the truth. You pick up these habits because it's in your bloodline.
It's in your bloodline. Some can not do it, and some can do it.
Right. Some end up hating it, some don't. But somewhere along the line, that's why God said, if it don't make it in your bloodline, it's going to skip yours. It's going to skip another. As somebody's going to be the black sheep. Somebody's going to be the whore. Somebody's going to be a drunk. Somebody's going to be, successful or failure. Look at your bloodline. You have it all right there. Uncle Timmy's a drunk. Aunt Leslie, she's a slut. Uncle June, he does this and he sells drugs. All I'm saying is this.
You gotta cut it because we're in 21 minutes.
All I gotta say is this. The thing you need to understand. If you keep on asking yourself, why is people like this? You about as dumb as a box of rocks. Point blank. Why you keep asking, why is the world like this? You know why the world is like this. That's why he kept destroying it. Honestly, we don't even know how much he does. He could have destroyed it more than 3 times. I don't blame him because it seems that we don't learn anything. It seems like we don't learn nothing.
Or we pick the wrong people to take care of the things that need to be done.
Seems like to me, all we do is keep robbing, stealing, raping, pillaging. We keep doing the same dumb shit every day.
Well, we're not being thrown with rocks and all the other stuff.
See you on YouTube Tuesday.
Y'all have a good evening. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Have a good night. And say hi to your mama, Carol, Dennis.
I said what's up to Dennis.
Did you say hi to your mama?
Who?
Your mother, Ruth.
Who's that? Never met her.
Yes, you have.
She's probably mad. She probably told me to shut up.
You know she will in a minute.
Welcome to
Ooh,
YAJ.
4 eyes.
Welcome to YAJ.
Peace out.